What is good, guys? Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are recapping episode 10. The fact that Demi didn't get to meet any of Ollie's family is very weird to me. The only person that represents Ollie is Aaron, and they met like in the show. Both the girls and the guys, they go out, like a bachelorette kind of party. Jazz called Bobby, to see how he's doing. Like, he's doing too much where he is. He's like, I'm just chilling. I love it. It's giving like, we're already married, so I need to check on you. I need to know, like, where are you? So Ollie basically tells Aaron that although things are like going well, it believes that the time is very short to get married. It's already given like, is Ollie gonna say no? I won't be surprised. Tom speaks to Freddie. So I'm tired of Tom. He's telling everyone that he's definitely not into man as a provider kind of vibe. We're already seeing the flags already. He's spoken to Benaya. He spoke a lot. He told a few people like he doesn't think it's working. Like, he made her aware that he's not used to it, but just tell her that it's not gonna work on the outside. Period. So now the couples, they take a few days apart. So just to see like, is this gonna work? Because obviously they've been together since day one. So it's now time to be apart, go with your family before the D-Day. The first wedding was Stephen and Sabrina. Love it, beautiful. The cake scene, cute. Love it. It's like watching a cute movie. Like, I was crying all through the show. Like, I'm in tears. Like, this is not for me. Like, I was literally crying with the vows and everything. Sabrina and Stephen, they're gonna last. If they don't last, I don't know what reason that won't make them to last, but we're gonna see in a reunion if it does work out. So next wedding was Tom and Maria. Again, like, Tom is already giving like the signs, but I feel like it's not clear to Maria. Like, it's not very clear. It's like when Maria tells you her values, giving like, maybe it's compromise. So Tom said like they love each other, but there are challenges. So there are challenges, different opinions, in terms of male and female roles. So Tom, also on the day, Tom didn't speak to his mom because his sister had like, did you speak to your mother? I think it was his sister or the friend. You speak to your mother. He's like, no, that the mother's not really into this like experiment thing. So that's another thing. If your mother's not in the wedding, that means it's a no from her side. So that's a big deal. Maria's mom, she comes into the chat. She comes into the scene and speaks to Tom, saying that, you can call me your mother. And like, he didn't call her mom. He called her by her name, just giving signs that you ain't my mother. You can never be my mother. And yeah, Maria looked stunning. I could tell by the vows. You can tell by the vows who's really it was gonna work. Tom's vows were really short. It was like really short and simple. There was no depth there. Like, there was nothing there. Like, I feel like that finance thing is a really big deal for him. In contrast to Maria, she poured her heart out in that vow. You could tell like she loves that guy. But Tom, he's off it. Do the Nicole vibe. Nicole went from Sam to Benaya. Do the same thing. Like, everybody makes mistakes. She doesn't match your values, so go with Tash. To save the girl a heartbreak. Like, she went through the wedding. Like, she went through the wedding stage, knowing well it was never gonna work. Tom said no. Like, it was very obvious. So it just said like, it feels like it's not the right time for him. They just have different values. And he just walks away. Like, he didn't even give her a hug. Like, he didn't really do much. Like, he just kind of said his stuff, saying, I'm not ready, and just walked away. I felt like there was no really much compassion. So Maria was just like, she's very shocked. She didn't really see it coming. So I feel for her because you should see it coming. When he walks out, he states that, he doesn't want like Maria to raise his kids. Like, if he has if he has a boy, he doesn't want him to feel like he has to provide for his wife. Same as a girl, he would like to raise an independent, strong, independent lady that can stand for herself, that can be her own person, rather than relying on a man to provide for everything. Like, Tom, it's well, because Maria is an independent lady. I mean, she has a job. She's just saying like, when you're married, you have to be the provider. And then he's like, they didn't really have enough time to talk about it. There's no other time to talk about it. Like, it's very clear. Like, if you're not gonna provide, then that's it. So I didn't really get that part where it's like, we need more time. There's no more time. If you're not gonna be the provider and you want 50-50, you're never gonna kind of change that. So there was no point in saying we didn't have enough time. You had enough time. You weren't interested, so let her know so she won't be shocked at the altar. So next is Demi and Ollie. So Demi talks to her sister, saying that she's not really sure because since they left their apartment, they didn't come in contact. So it seems like Demi was kind of testing Ollie, which she should, because she's been the communicator in the whole freaking relationship. which kind of gives her the vibe that is it really gonna work on the outside? Is this really a husband for me? So finally, Ollie's father comes into the chat. So he comes to check on Ollie in the dressing room. I'm like, thank God, thank God Ollie has a family. Demi's mom and dad also came to come and see Demi in the room, and they asked her like, is she sad? She's like, no. I love the relationship between her and her dad. It's giving like daddy's girl. Like, I love it. Demi finally knows what she wants. Like, it's good to see. Because before, she was a bit insecure, all this and that. But now she's definite. She knows her worth. She's like, if I don't have what my mother and father has, I don't want it. Period. Guys, Aaron is even the one that walked Ollie down the aisle. Like, he's everywhere. Aaron is everywhere. Like, before I breathe, I see Aaron. Does Ollie have any other family relatives that can do that? But Aaron, as Aaron is literally Ollie's adopted brother. Demi's vows was given. Thank you so much for making me, grow. Thank you so much for being like Thank you so much for being in my story, for being like my source of growth. Thank you for kind of diminishing this insecurity that I have. Thank you for being part of my story. That's what was giving. It was giving closure. It was giving, well, good. And then all these vows were actually pretty emotional. I actually liked all these vows. It felt real. It was long. I like a long speech. Because a long vow would tell me that you actually have a lot to say about me. I feel like Ollie actually likes Demi, but it's not like it's giving like, are you a boy or a man? It's giving it in the boy stage, but everybody bros.